Alright guys, so what is the number one thing that makes you afraid? Think about it. 2 seconds. That thing right there? Guess what? Faith over fear. God is bigger than the scariest thing that's scary to you. God's bigger than all of that. And one thing I realized is that David overcame Goliath because he believed in who his God is and was. And so my encouragement for you today is to never be afraid of anybody or anything. Jesus himself said, "Do not fear those who can kill the body, but not the soul. But fear God who could kill both soul and body in hell." Know the truth. Know that Jesus Christ overcame death, hell, and the grave. Those are 3 very scary things. Death is scary, hell is scary, and the grave is all scary things. But the Bible says that Jesus Christ overcame it. So if Jesus can do it, we can do it. He said in his word, he said, "Take heart, for I've overcome the world." So if you are afraid of anything today, and I mean literally anything, know that Jesus is real. He's with you. He loves you, and he wants you to put his faith in him, not in man, not in your abilities, not in physical material things, but he wants you to put your faith in him, in the unseen world. So do this. Operate in truth. Operate in love. Operate in the fullness of God, because that's what, guys, we've been called to trample over serpents and scorpions. We've not been called to a life of emptiness, of vain repetitions, just going through the motion. We've been called for victory. Another thing I want to mention is that fear is like one of the biggest frauds I have ever seen in my life. Fear is deceit, because when you actually think about it, we literally have nothing to be afraid of. The only time you should ever be afraid is if you don't believe in Jesus Christ and you don't know where you're going. If you realize most people who fear death, they don't believe in God, and they don't believe in the afterlife. They don't believe that there is something after this. So they're launching out into the unknown. But I could assure you today that you do not have to do that. You can know exactly where you're going. And it's literally this simple: accepting that what we believe, that Jesus Christ, and not just what we believe, this is the truth and this is facts, that Jesus Christ came in the flesh and he laid his life down to pay a penalty that you were supposed to pay, you and I were supposed to pay. He paid the penalty himself, right? And took on all our sin, all our unrighteousness, and he took it on so that we could have life, so that he could remove the stain of death off of us and give us the life that he has to offer. This is the gospel, man. Paul said in the word, he says to believe in your heart, confess with your mouth that Jesus Christ is Lord, and that God raised him from the dead, and then thou shalt be saved. And so, this is the truth, man. This is what it is, and this is what changed my life. I am a young man that came from drinking, smoking, sleep with a bunch of girls, wilding out, going crazy in college, going bonkers, and not only that, working with celebrities and just kind of on the come up. God started revealing things to me, giving me dreams, showing me that the Illuminati is real, and that, I started seeing like people do rituals. Like in my dreams, I used to see people do rituals, and God was showing me the correlation between the Freemasons and the Egyptians and a whole bunch of stuff. These conspiracies, man, they get crazy, but some of them are actually true. And I know this firsthand. But anyways, that's another conversation. It's part of my testimony. But God showed me that all of those things are not worth it. They're foolishness. And, you're wasting your life if you're spending it trying to be like those guys, those big guys who are celebrities, man. It's all a facade. It's all meant to make you wish you had something. You have something that you actually already have access to. And it's in God. I just want to encourage you guys, and just really kind of talk on this. I remember before I got saved, and just all that time before I really gave my life to the Lord, there was always that fear of dying, like for real, because I did not want to die in my sin, because I grew up in church and I really believed the gospel for real. I really believed in God and Jesus Christ. So I just felt like if I really died out there in my sin like that, like I would not make it to heaven. And so I kind of lived that kind of thing, just ignoring the very thought of God, because I knew that I had already left and departed from him. So when I really gave my life back to the Lord for real, that fear of death just lifted off of me, man. And it was the most freeing experience I have ever had in my entire life. The freedom from death. And I think that's really what it is to become a Christian, is that you free yourself from death, just like literally Jesus did. Jesus died and rose again. And he said that, you know, this is what he died for, that we may have life and life more abundantly, you know? And so I just want to encourage you, do not let the enemy take what God meant for good in your life, you know? Protect your salvation, protect, it's not that easy as people think, to just like lose your salvation. I think it's just continuously living a life of willful sin. If you're actively pursuing Christ, you know, your salvation is secure, you know. Please do me a favor, if you have not already, subscribe to this video, like this video right now. Matter of fact, stop what you're doing right now, like the video, guys, like the video. All right, let's start some conversation. Also, let me know what other videos you would like to see. I'm gonna pray about it, you know. I want to start getting spicy on this channel, you know. I just been mad busy with work and everything, but love you all, man. Let's go.